This week's episode of Here's On Again is brought to you in part by there used to be a tremendous amount of alcohol in my home that wasn't whiskey. But times have changed. My life has sucked for so long. So I've really consumed a lot of weird shit. Consumed a lot of weird shit over the last few months. Um, Not proud of it. Everything sucks. I kind of hate my life. But you know what? I've got you, the listener, right now listening to me. And a lot of that has kept me going. A lot of that, no offense to you, the listener, but also, the very, very close friends that I've had in my life that have reached out and taken care of me and made me not do crazy things that I've wanted to do. Uh, that's the episodes by. It's a combination, and there's the self-destructive thing, which is all of the stuff on the shelves. And then there's a non self-destructive thing, which is all the people that are just like, hey, I need you in my life. I love you. And I love both of those things. Obviously I love the people in my life way more. No doubt about that. There's a lot of people that will go unsung whose names won't be told in these shows. It's just like, yeah. Those are the people that actually have kept tab alive. Because I respect them. I can't dox them. Obviously, I can't dox them, My whole life's been fucked because I'm famous on the internet, so I'm not gonna say what those people's names are. But yeah, it's been a wild 6 months. Let me tell you. Let me just fucking tell you. And the world in this show is brought to you by those wild 6 months. Which is not to say that I'm perfect. It's just to say that I'm still fucking here. I am still fucking here, and you are still fucking here. And the word that we're going to be saying is we're all going to still be fucking here this time, 2026. That's the oath. That is the fucking oath. You're sitting in your car in your headphones, you're at work, whatever the case is, what you're thinking, the world sucks, right? Before Christmas. We're right before Christmas. One of the most holy times of the year. And you are going to promise me, and I am going to promise you, we're in a pact, two of us together. We, you and me, not any of the other people. Doesn't matter. It does not matter. If you want to say, oh no, my family, I love that. You want to swear to your family that you're going to be there? That's great. I love that. Swear to that too. But you're going to make 2 packs. There are 2 packs to make. Right? The first is to your family, it's your loved ones. It's to who you are as a person sitting here listening to this. The second pact you're going to make to me, your king, your emperor, your beloved. Totally kidding. No. As I'm your friend. You're listening to this and I am your friend. And you, my friend, are going to promise to me that we are going to be sitting here Christmas 2026. We got a little over 12 months, a little over a year. But you and me are promising one another that we are going to be here. We're going to keep going. We're going to push through all the bullshit. We're going to believe in one another. Can you do that? I believe that you can do that. I 100% believe that you can do that. So let's push on through. We're going to push on through. There's a lot of bullshit. There's a lot of bullshit. But we're going to push on through that together. You and me. Not anyone else. You got your family. You got your loved ones. You got all the other things. And I respect that. Believe in that too. But I believe in you. I believe in me. That's what the show is. The show is us looking after one another. Almost 10 years of shows. Can you believe that? 10 years ago, Buck and Chaco launched this shit out of nothing. And now I'm sitting here in fucking St. Louis, the shithole of shitholes, with this like weird fucking halo. If you're watching the video, this weird fucking halo of my own glass art. I wouldn't have expected that. I didn't even know that I did not actually. I had this whole fucking affinity for glass art. None of that matters. The only thing that matters is we're all going to look out for one another. You and me. Not we all. I, Tad Burt, I'm looking out for you. And you, I hope, are looking out for me. And if you've got a little bit of extra capacity, you're looking out for the people that are looking out for me. Hey, that's great. And hopefully, if you have an extra amount of capacity, you're looking out for the people that are, you are looking out for the people that are looking out for me, they're looking out for you. And we're all going to look out for one another. That's what we're doing. I'm very upset. It's been a bad day. We're getting into that. That's going to be the show. But until then, I just want you to know that you'll never be alone. As long as you listen to this show, I am your friend. I believe in you. I trust that things are going to happen for you. You will never be alone. You're not alone. I'm here. I'm Tad motherfucking Burt, which is very self-aggrandizing. I get that. But if I wasn't Tad motherfucking Burt, well, you would be listening to the show, would you? So here we go. And welcome back to Here's What I Don't Get, from north to south, east to west, the only formerly multi-host podcast to tackle all of life's toughest issues. I am your host, Tad Burt, coming to you live from the most dangerous city in America, St. Louis, Missouri. And I am here to tell you that Dakar Pasi, who knows how to fucking read these names on the internet, says misery is a good motivator and hopefully you can get in a better position. And hopefully you can, because misery is honestly what we have. I'm going to give you a short catch up. I'm going to give you a short catch up on the show. It's episode 384. First off, straight away, totally honest, Chaco and I recorded an episode. We recorded a full episode, 384, that was rough. I mean, we recorded it in private. There's a lot of stuff. We went through a lot of things. Chaco explained a lot of what has going on, and he has a totally justifiable and natural position that needs to be said. But I also said some things that were emotional. They were emotional. And I'm having a hard time putting that out. So if you have been listening to the show for a while, and if you're a member of the Discord and all these things, Chaco did not accept the narratives about Charlie Kirk. He got into some disagreements with fans of the show. And Chaco is a guy that he doesn't want to cause dissension. He doesn't want to fight people. He wants to have conversations. And that's hard that's the kind of thing you have to accept about him, you know. So we've Chaco and I, boy, can I tell you, Chaco and I like got into some massive disagreements early on when I moved to St. Louis and we were making the show. And I was like, "Hey, why don't you come back on the show?" And he came back on the show, and then I immediately was just like, not literally, but I gave him a lot of opinions, just like "fuck you, fuck your family, and I hope you're dead." It wasn't that extreme, but I turned him off to my personality. And the thing was that, like, Chaco was willing to give me the grace to be like, for the two of us to sit down and maybe be like, "Oh, no, no, no. When I say this, I kind of say this as a character on the show. Like, I say this as a character on the show. I believe a modicum of that, but and if he hadn't given me that grace, if he hadn't let me be me, and he's also really great. Chaco, I don't know if this is bad. Chaco refers to this as like the Tad Burt show. And I don't think of it as that way, but he's not wrong. So, he was trying. It's weird. It's got to be weird for him too, right? Like, he created it and he like made this show, and then he like disappeared for 5 years, 7 years, whatever the years were, and then he shows back up and is like, "Hello, Chaco. This is Tab's show. Tab is gonna say wildly ridiculous things, and you just have to adjust them." And he was like, "I don't know how to do that." But anyway, we have having the conversations and talking about it and reconciling all of it, and now, we're talking about 3 years later. Chaco is actually one of my best friends in the entire world, which is crazy because we've never actually met. He lives in Paraguay, he lives in Canada. We've never met. We've never spent physical time together. Him and Buck got to spend some time together. I'm so jealous of that. But we do. We like we've hopped on the feed many times when we're not recording, and just we just like we we actually use StreamYard as like Skype to just shoot the shit, talk about what's going on in our lives, connect. uh you know he Joel is Joel is one of my very, very best friends. I'm a very blessed man. I have a lot of best friends, which is it sounds very womanly. Like, if you ever talk to a woman, they're always like, "Oh, no, no, this is my best friend with this, and this is my best friend with this, this is my best friend with this." And then I became kind of self-conscious about the fact that I have like so many great best friends. And Chaco is one of those best friends, even though we've never met physically in person. But maybe I'll buy some land in Paraguay and we'll all move in together and have some good times. Is he called Chaco because he's black? No, he's called Chaco because of wrestling. I can't explain that. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, does it? In any case, uh catching up. It's been some time. I Last time we caught up on the show, I had been fired from my job for wrong think, which is wild. Um, I do not have a full-time job again. I've had a new full-time job for actually quite a while. My Man, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start in the story of what's going on. So my sister, my younger sister, moved to Toronto, Canada, which is honestly the best place for her because we're going into a civil war. She's a very, very liberal, so she should just fucking stay in Canada. I'm very happy for it. I moved her. I moved her to Oregon 5 years ago, 2021, maybe 4 years ago. I moved her out there. Um she didn't need. She's very capable. She could do anything she wanted. She asked me to be part of moving her to Toronto. And as my favorite person in the entire world, I put everything aside that I could do to move her. And so the two of us, I flew out to Toronto, I flew out to Portland, Oregon, and time changes fucking suck. So I left St. Louis at like 5 in the morning, and I got to Toronto to fucking Portland, Oregon at 9 a.m. But for me, it was like 12:30 or something. It was fucking wild. And so she's like picks me up from the airport and she's like, "You want to get breakfast?" And I'm like, "No, I kind of wanted to go die, but yeah, let's go get breakfast." We get breakfast. We pick up her U-Haul and the fucking tow truck thing, dolly for her car. We drive over to her apartment. Both of us are thinking like we're gonna kind of load the truck on this day and then we'll sleep in the apartment and throw the last couple things in. But we end up like blasting through all that shit. We blast through all the shit. It's like 2 in the afternoon. 2 in the afternoon for my sister. It is 7 p.m. at night, and I wish I was dead. And she's like, "Well, I got everything in the truck. You want to keep going?" And I just go, "Yeah." So we ended up making it to Boardman, Oregon, which is like right on the border of Oregon and Washington State. Stay the night in this miserable Motel 6 thing. It's fine. We continue on. It was one of the best. My sister and I have never actually had a road trip together, which is wild because we grew up for all these years. And I moved her out to Portland in 2021. But I drove her car, her physical car. She called it Bernie. It was a red Ford Focus. It got rear-ended, no big deal. Her boyfriend at the time, they towed his where were they? I had an S197 Mustang. Whatever the one was before that was, it was a yellow V6 Mustang. 95 to 04, I think is the realm. Anyway, they towed that. I drove her car very, very fast. There's actually an episode of the show where I was like recording things on the road because I didn't think I would get back in time. So I was driving her car, gotten out there. That car got totaled, no big deal. Anyway, we rode together all the way to Detroit, Michigan. And she dropped me off at this like park where I actually got to watch her drive her U-Haul across the bridge into Canada. And then and as she was driving her truck across the bridge, I realized I left my Spotted Cow beers in her car in the truck, and they didn't catch any of that. They didn't catch any of that. Maybe it's time to write a one-man play about Kalis, the Unforgettable. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. So anyway, yeah, so while I was on that trip, oh, I had the scheduled HR interview with the job that I have now. And they're like, "We're gonna call you at 11 a.m. on this day." And I was like, I have no fucking idea where I'm gonna be on this day. So we're driving. I'm like, we're coming up on me needing to be in a physical place. So I ended up taking this whole fucking interview on my phone on the side of the road in maybe Washington. It might have been Idaho at that point, but just like miles of nothing, not a fucking mile of anything for the anywhere you could see. But I'm at this gas station. It's got Wi-Fi. I'm taking the call, and I'm like, "Yeah, this all sounds good. I like this. Yeah, okay, cool." And they're like, "Okay, do you want to take the job?" And I was like, "Man, I don't know. I need a little bit of time to think about this." Fortunately, I had about 4 days of driving across the country to think about it. So anyway, I ended up taking the job. It's good. I like it. I'm a lighting designer again. I get to make these shows happen. I don't have any responsibilities. I'm not like telling people what to do, which is great. The point of that being that here's what I don't get. Thinking that people are cogs. Uh Artichoke says, "What's up, Tab? Why so late?" I'm very, very drunk. That's the answer. People that think that thinking that people are cogs. Uh I've been really, really interested. There's been a lot of discussion on Twitter in the last couple months, right? Where there's a discussion about what is an American, and there's been a lot of things people saying that America's an idea, Americans are an idea. I disagree with that fundamentally. Americans are a people, and it's a culture, and that was really brought to my attention in the last couple of days. Last week, I went out to have a beer with a guy that I worked with back in my old job before I was fired for wrong think because I'm an evil bigot. And they had a Christmas party. You know, it's December. You know, we do these Christmas parties, and so they had a Christmas party, and their Christmas party was a huge flop. It was a huge flop. There were like 7 people there, and, uh, we're out to drinks, and he's like, "Yeah, yeah," and, like, basically nobody showed up. It was like 7 people, you know, and most of them weren't part of Tab's crew, you know, Tab's theater crew. And they replaced me. Obviously, they replaced me. You have to replace me with this guy, you know. He's kind of a boomer. I can't have a lot of opinions about him, because I haven't met him, but I have had a lot of people reach out to me and be like, "This guy sucks." Not in as many words. I'm just like, "Yeah, of course." Anyway, uh, the Christmas party is a huge bomb. It's a huge bomb. And my former boss tells my former direct report, right? So if she's A and I'm B and my direct report C. So A tells C, uh, I fired Tab because I thought keeping him around would be bad for morale, but actually the opposite has happened, which is the greatest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. And C, let's call him C. C tells me B this story, and he's like, "I don't know if you're gonna be angry or happy. I don't know. I don't know." And he like him and hawed, and they finally told me the story. And I literally got up in the bar and I just went around to everyone that I could find and just made them give me high fives. I'm the greatest. I am the fucking greatest in the world. Yes. Yes. Fucking killing it. Cultures of people, right? Like I am not I'm very autistic. Everyone listening to the show knows that I'm autistic. I'm not a master of like manipulating people or doing things, but you know what I am really good at is telling people that I care about them and I want them to succeed. And when fucking jobs don't do that for you, it's hard to want to fucking show up and do a fucking thing. Because why would you? They don't give a shit. You're a cog. Ah, yeah, I'll pop you out with another cog. And what I think I was ironically good at as being someone who doesn't like talking to people or like interacting with people was like telling people like you're not a cog, you're a person. And so you're gonna fucking have all this bullshit and like rules and things. Like rules don't work. Nobody cares about rules. What they care about is how they're looked after. And I wish that was self-evident, you know. I've got this new job now, and so I'm doing shows. I do shows. That's what I do. I'm a lighting designer. I do shows. I show up, turn the lights on, cash my check, go the fuck home. No big deal. I cannot express to you how many uh people that supervise me cannot figure out that the trick to making their job easy is getting my food on fucking time. Right? I I did a show a couple months ago. Early October, right? Like a 3-day show. 3-day show. So we got lunch, dinner, lunch, dinner, lunch. Those are the meals that have to be served in the load in and load out and show of this thing. On average, those meals were an hour and a half late. And I will tell you this, and on the final day of lunch, it was 45 minutes early. So work out the math in your own head. We were getting served our meals wildly late. And I was like, I should host a TED Talk about what is leadership, because leadership is really a lot of small things. It's a lot of just like, what if I just looked after the people that are under me? Kind of made them think that I thought they were human beings and not just cogs in a machine. And evidently, nobody fucking believes that, because so many jobs are just, well, let's fucking churn this shit out. The product's the only thing that matters. The product does not matter at all. Fuck the product. The only thing that matters is the people that are underneath that will make the thing happen. That is what makes shows happen. That's what makes lives happen. This is why life has become a miserable ideal. It's just like, what if we made the GDP line grow under any circumstances? Drag in whomever can fucking cut meat or chop beef or fucking make chickens look like a fucking KFC meal. I don't give a shit. Just as long as that GDP line grow. And I do not give a single fuck about the GDP line grow. You know what I care about? You know what I care about is one of my best friends in the world. One of my best friends in the world is talking about kids. He's talking about kids. Oh, it makes me so mad. It's hard. It's hard, right? Because he's a very, very close friend. I love him. I would support anything he does. I know he supports me. He's looked after me through all this fucking bullshit. And him and his wife were talking about like adopting kids. And they're young, they're younger than me. They're like, yeah, we're gonna adopt some kids, just like some random orphans, and we want you to be a family. And it's like, yeah, whatever kids he chooses to make or adopt, I I will be part of his kids' lives. I love this guy, you know. Um, but I was like, but what if the kids look like you, right? You know, like have your kids. Don't just like just don't like pick kids out like a fucking bouquet of flowers. Uh, which is probably racist. I don't know. I don't even care anymore, man. I'm so over all of it. Who's going? Oh, kill me. Just like fucking round me up and kill me, or just fuck off with your bullshit. That's really where I'm at. And that's hard. It's hard to. There's like a dichotomy. There's a dissonance of you know. I believe things, but also I love people, and when the people that I love don't believe what I believe, I kind of just have to keep loving them, right? Like that's the difference. That's the difference between the left and the right. Is the left says, I believe in kindness for everyone. And as a rightoid, I'm like, I hate lefties. But what that really means is I hate lefties, but if your house is on fire, if you hold on, roll back. I hate lefties, but your tire's flat. And I have a little air compressor in my car. I do have an air compressor in my car now. Going back to the old lore of the show. Fuck every one of you. Your tire's flat. I'm gonna offer you that air compressor. Now, what lefties mean by "let's all be kind" is Tad Burt needs to be murdered and his family killed because they're all bad racists. It's really what it comes down to. That's what I think. That's what I think. And fuck me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm kind of an idiot. I'm not the smartest man you've ever met, but I'm a very smart man. What do we got? You could do something about Stovacore, maybe a slam poetry set. Stovacore is spelled wrong in this comment, but I don't plan to go to Stovacore anytime soon. Here's where we are. We're gonna come in the middle of the show. It's the middle of the show. It's time for. I gotta remember which mouse does the right thing. The Stovacore News Network, only giving the best news from beyond the grave. I've had this fucking news story in my phone for about 3 months, so I'm gonna bring it to you. A scuba-clad man robs Disney Springs restaurant and then swims away. Lake Buena Vista, Florida, where Disney is. Investigators are searching for a man who robbed a popular Disney Springs restaurant after it closed to guests. Sources familiar with the investigation said that they believe the man swam up the Paddlefish restaurant shortly after midnight Monday, stole thousands of dollars, and then swam away. A report by Orange County deputies indicated that the man found that a place to store his wetsuit and scuba gear before walking into the manager's office where the cash from the night was being counted and deposited in the safe. The report shows the man forced two employees to go to the corner of the room and told them to close their eyes. The report is heavily redacted, but sources familiar with the investigation said that they tied the employees up. The man stole between $10,000 and $20,000. That's how much fucking money they're making on one of these restaurants in the Disney thing. Holy fuck! That's how it's spelled. Memory Alpha. You can't trust Memory Alpha, my man. You gotta trust your own fucking heart. Stovacore, man. STO, comma, VO, comma, KOR. Come on. That's how Stovacore spelled. Anyway. After leaving, neither of the employees were hurt, and the man did not brandish any weapons, the report said. So why are they turning over their shit? It's like, hey, I swam up from the river. I like all of your money. Okay, fuck you. Get the fuck out of here, Flipper Man. No, they're just like, yeah, you got it. After leaving at the replica steamboat, investigators believe a man donned his scuba gear and jumped back into the pond. A search for the man immediately after the robbery was reported yielded no results. A picture released by the agency showed the man appearing to spray paint a security camera. The employees described the man wearing a tight clothing and a blue beanie. They said he was slim and approximately 5'10" tall. It's probably like 5'6". The restaurant opened as normal on Monday, and there were no obvious signs of distress. So I've been holding on to that news story for like 15 months. So the guy's probably been caught, murdered, and executed after all of this. So that's the news. I don't remember what the joke was for the news. Just keep going, man. Keep going. Like a long news thing. Here's why I'm actually here. This is why I'm here. This is why I'm extremely annoyed. I'm beyond fucking annoyed. And I don't even know how to phrase this. Here's what I don't get. Vindictive bitches. So here's the story. A couple weeks ago, my dad texted me. I'm on my way home from a show. I'm trying to like get my fucking car out of this fucking miserable garage. My dad texts me. He's like, "Hey, your mom messaged me. She wants me to pretend to be your younger sister. I have 5 sisters, all right? Make it all clear. I have an older sister who is the product of my mom and some stranger. I have me, who's the product of my mom and my father. I have 2 sisters that are product of my mom and a deadbeat fuck off dickbag. And I have 2 more sisters who are the product of my father and my stepmother, who I love. Okay? So my dad hits me in his text messages. He texts me, your mom asked me to perjure himself on I am the older of your mother's 2 daughters after me. She can get a real ID. They text me all this, and he's like, "Yeah, but I think you just get a real ID. Like, if you don't need any of that, like a question mark. I don't know." I'm like, "I'm not fucking getting involved with this. This is all fucked." Uh, but but I do, very pissed off, contact my youngest sister on my mom's side and say, "Hey, all right. Left out some context. Apologies. Growing up, my mom told me that my sisters on my mom's side, not the older one, because she has never acknowledged she exists, but my 2 younger sisters on my mom's side, that their dad was dead. We spent 20 years thinking he was dead. He's not dead. I have his phone number. He's alive and living. In any case, uh, my dad texted me this fucking thing. I'm very pissed off, and I'm like, "Well, here's dad's number. Why don't you send that to her? Maybe he can pretend to be her dad for the first time in his fucking life." I think it's over and done. My dad's not gonna fucking text that shit to my mom. My dad's too fucking kind and normal. It's like, he's not. I'm vindictive. I'm vindictive because my mom's a sociopath. My dad has problems. He's listening to this. Fuck him. Welcome to the show, Frank. But I don't really care anymore. My parents have their problems. They're both very flawed people. I love them. I would not be. I'm magic. I'm magic. Like I seem to only have gotten the good parts of all of my parents, and I include also my stepmother in that. You know, she's not like I don't have any of her biology, but I think she like tempered a lot of my a lot of my parents' bullshit to like make me a pretty reasonable person. Like maybe I'm not a good person, but I think I'm a pretty reasonable person. I don't know. Anyway, uh he gets his, my dad's not gonna fucking I send my dad this really shitty text message. I'm like, this is the name of my sister's father. This is where he lives. This is his number. Maybe he can pretend they're to be their dad for the first time in his fucking life. And then I sent that and I was like, he's never gonna send this along. And he did not because he's not vindictive. Like he, you know, there's I shit on him, but there's a part of me that's like a good person that is definitely comes from my own father. I'm not a like a father hater. I'm not a fucking patriarch. I'm gonna kill him and fuck his wife kind of weird shit. Uh I love my dad. He's a great man. He's my fucking he's been one of my fucking heroes for my entire life. Anyway, uh and I thought it was all put to bed. I thought that shit was all put to bed. And then today, my fucking psychopathic mother has sent him a summons because apparently this is the thing that I was kind of it's weird. It's weird the way that you're like only aware of some shit as a kid, but then when you get triggered, you're like, oh no, I did know this. I did know this now. Uh so I was born in 1991. My parents split up. I don't know when, but I remember being maybe 3 or 4 years old, and I, I have no recollection. I have no recollection of my parents being together. Not a one. The only thing I remember is my parents fucking white hot hating one another, which is probably a thing you should tell your therapist. But I don't have a therapist, so I'm telling it to you, the internet. Welcome to the show. Uh, so I have no recollections of them being together. But I do have, like, this hyper autistic memory, and I was working through that today, and I think the earliest that I can possibly remember is about 3 years old. I I can remember my life at 3 years old, which is crazy. It's fucking crazy. Anyway, at 3 years old, I do not remember my parents being together. So 1995 rolls around. My younger sister is born. This is some crazy shit. My mother gives birth to my sister in the shower at home. I cut the umbilical cord of my younger sister. I made her belly button. That's my work because it's some good shit. Um, the my first sister, younger than me, has Down syndrome. I might have mentioned that on the show prior. But she also had heart problems that gave her open heart surgery and in Oklahoma City. And I distinctly remember cleaning the wound in her chest of her heart and seeing her heart beating with my own eyes, which is a kind of really, really fucked up thing for a 4-year-old to see. Uh, but it's also probably one of those things that really establishes who you are as a person, you know? Like, side tangent again. Uh, I was dating this woman. We dated off and on for about 2 years since moving to St. Louis, and, she asked me at one point, "Do you like yourself?" And I've had this real big struggle with do I like myself and self-loathing and ego and balancing all that. And, I do like myself. I don't hate myself. I think I'm a pretty decent person. But one of the, like, defining things and thinking about that was that I've seen a human heart beating inside the chest of a human being, and most people don't deal with that. And most people don't deal with that when they're 4 years old. And I think that was like a really establishing metric of who I was going to be as a person. And that's not fair, right? That's not fair to be like the person that takes care of a person. Anyway, um, my sister gets open heart surgery. My father, not my sister's father, I want to point this out. My mother has to take my sister to Oklahoma City. This is a story that she tells. My father smoked. Don't hold that against him. Um, my mother had to take my sister to Oklahoma City for open heart surgery, and my dad smoked, and my mom's car was apparently shit, and my dad, who is not my sister's father, let's be absolutely correct, because they have been separated for many years at this point. Um, he gave her, he gave my mother his van to get. This is why my dad's my hero, by the way, because he's done a lot of stuff that was not fucking part of his duty. Because he's a good guy. He gave her the van. She drove my sister to the hospital. They show up. Van smells like cigarette smoke. I show up in the hospital. The doctor chews my mom out for smelling like cigarette smoke because my sister's having open heart surgery and she's smoking. He's like, hold on, you know. So I borrowed the car, no big deal. In any case, my mother refused to sign the divorce decrees. So, in the state of Oklahoma, because they were still technically married, despite being separated for many years at this point, um, there's a claim to being that my sister is my father's daughter, which is absolutely incorrect, which is fucking crazy. Uh So anyway, my mom ends up having another kid with the same fucking deadbeat douchebag. She lies to us for 20 years that he died in a car accident or some bullshit. My youngest sister on my mother's side ends up finding all that out through of all things 23 and me and fucking loses it. Fucking loses it and divorces herself from our family. Totally respect it. Totally her choice. This is the sister that moved to Toronto this year. She is my favorite person in the entire world. Um, when when I think about when I think about killing people, I'm like, all right, okay, which one am I gonna kill? Am I gonna kill my sister or am I gonna kill you? And the answer is always you. Uh Got some comments. Maybe it's your time to write a woman. Oh no, I read that one. What's up, Tab? Why on so late? I don't know, man. Just fucking drinking and wanting some air some shit out. I'll watch tomorrow. Gonna go to sleep, but good to hear from you. You could do something about Stovacore, maybe a slam poetry set. Yeah, that's how it was spelled on Memory Alpha. Soup Gang says, "Hey, buddy, just saw the notification. Good to see you. Have a good stream and good night." And just don't think about how your soulmate is out there getting plowed by, by someone else. Yeah, I don't believe in soulmates anymore, man. I thought I thought they existed, but they don't. In any case, story comes around. Um, so several weeks ago, I don't know what my mom's up to. That's the really like fucking diabolical shit that's going on. It's like I don't know what she's up to. Uh, And I I'm upset. I'm very upset. I'm annoyed. I'm irritated. You know, the interim of growing into an adult. It's like I was aware. I was there. I had to go to court with all the proceedings and all these things. Like these are things that kids shouldn't grow up doing. And I did. I went through them. I didn't really understand what they were at the time. In hindsight, I understand them a lot more. Uh and as an adult, I was like, okay, I'm 18. The bond, the resolution, the commitment is gone. Like, and I felt a relief in that. I'm gonna tell you, this is one of the worst fucking weekend fucking 2 hours of my entire life. So my first year in college, I qualified for a national uh scholastic honor fraternity, and there was a big induction ceremony. And so I was like, I don't know, what was I, 22? I told my parents about this fucking I got this induction thing. So of course they all show up. I thought that we were going to be out of it when I graduated from high school. Like we all showed up from for high school graduation and it was super chill. Like I don't know, probably sucked for my parents, but I was like, all right, I gotta go to the fucking after party. But this like scholastic honor fraternity thing happened. And my dad, my stepmom, my mom, all of my sisters show up except for the older one who I didn't know existed at that point. Uh, and we like do the fucking ceremony, and then my stepmom, who is a wonderful woman, love her to death. She knew that I couldn't be like, I'm gonna go out with my dad's family and fuck you, bitch. Uh, so she was like, why don't we all go to lunch in the worst lunch that I've ever had in my entire life? It was like my dad's family on one side, my mom's family on the other, and no one's fucking talking across the thing. Like, fuck this shit. Uh, yeah, man, they all hate one another. I cannot fucking fathom. My mother put my father through so much bullshit over the years, and then to like be like, hey, you want to pretend to be my daughter who is not related to you in any of these ways? And the fucking crazy thing is, so uh, uh, it's so stupid. It's so easily proven false. Like, right? Obviously, a DNA test. A DNA test is going to prove that this is dog shit. But there's like fucking character witnesses. Uh, my sister's grandmother, she's gonna be like, "Hey, those are our grandkids." Me, I'm gonna fucking attest to the fact that I spent 20 years thinking that this motherfucker was dead, and he's not. He fucking lives in Oregon. I got his fucking phone number. It takes a lot for me not to call him and tell him to kill himself. Uh, I'm an uncle, by the way. My older sister had a child right before Thanksgiving. That's some wild shit, man. I'm not emotionally equipped to be an uncle, except for being the racist uncle. Like I'm 100% on being the racist uncle. I don't know. The point being, lies get you nowhere. You spend decades, decades, 20 years, 20 years lying to your kids. What are you getting out of it? I not to Oedipus complex this shit out. I hate my mother. For many reasons other than what the stories that are told here. I'll make that clear. There's there's a lot of shit to unpack. There's a lot of people who tell me that I should go to a therapist. But I can't go to a therapist because I don't I just don't believe you can pay someone to care about you. I think you only like make meaningful connections with the human being and like the listen to you and care. I think uh, every woman it's just like they've got oh I'm going to therapy and my therapist and fucking I don't trust them. So I'm coming down to I don't trust them. I'd rather talk to the internet. I'd rather talk to you listening, on your commute to work, whatever you're doing at the gym, and say, yeah, no, I'm totally retarded. I don't know what I'm doing. My life's a mess. But maybe you look out for me and I look out for you. And, we just we're not trusting the plan because also, by the way, issue done. Holy fuck is the fucking nation on the fucking edge of everything being raped beyond belief. Ugh. Who can even get into it at this point? Everyone's Charlie Kirk's assassination was a conspiracy theory. Ah, yeah, it's fucked, man. But also, they're just like fucking. Oh, we're gonna go to war with Venezuela. We're gonna like fucking give $1,776 to all the troops in the thing, like UBI bullshit. It's like, man, this money's coming from nowhere. We're all gonna fucking die. We got fucking Vivek Ramsey running for governor in Ohio. I'm like, this guy fucking hates America. He fucking hates America. And he's just pretending. He's pretending to be one of us. Unfortunately, it looks like people don't accept that. Oh, oh, Jesus was a immigrant. He immigrated into. He wasn't, man. It was like moving from Virginia to North Carolina. You're all part of the same country and stuff. That's not the same thing, man. And which is also weird because I'm not you know, to quote Elton John, Jesus freaks out in the street. I'm not one of those people, but maybe I might be someday. I don't know. This is all I know. This is what I know. I'm not. I'm not an exceptionally smart man. I am a person that recognizes patterns and talks really good. I think I'm pretty good at talking. Uh, I can I can take a germination of a point and talk about it for 15 minutes as if I know what I'm talking about. Uh, a lot of times I do not know what I'm talking about. A lot of 97% of the time on this show, you and I are hearing the words for the first time. I'm just spitballing into the ether and seeing what happens. It's not that I don't believe in what I'm saying, it's that I haven't fully thought them all through. And I say that to say that I'm losing hope. I am losing hope in what the world is going to be. And I wish I wish that there was a world where I thought that there was a solution where we could just work this out between ourselves, but I don't think it's coming. I think that we're looking at World War III. We're looking at we're looking at a second civil war. We're looking at tremendous violence to either I mean, look at this girl at fucking Brown. Either they're going to kill us or we have to stop believing that we can vote our way out of this. Man, I don't know. But also at a certain point, you just have to like take care of yourself and create the life that you want and hope that it all fucking works out because that's what we're here for, ourselves and our posterity. Do ordain and establish this Constitution. Ugh. I'm not trying to be Glenn Beck on you with all these fucking pauses. That's some real Glenn Beck bullshit. Uh I don't trust the plan. I don't trust anyone. What I hope that enough of people like you and me are in positions where we can make this make sense. Because none of it makes any sense, doesn't it? Nothing makes any sense anymore. It's all bullshit. It's just like living this whole fucking bullshit world, just like bullshit after bullshit after bullshit. I wish I've been listening to the show. I've been listening to the old show. I'm in I'm in the late 2020s, and I'm just like, yeah, listen to myself talk. I'm like, man, if only he had been able to do something. Like he's right, he's key on, but he wasn't able to do anything. And then I think about now. I say, like, well, what can I do now? What can you do now? I don't know. Or I'll just ghost in the machine. We're just people that want the best for our neighbors, want the best for ourselves, and don't want to apologize for it. Why should you? Fuck them. It's been a hard year. 2025 has been a hard year. One of the things, one of the quotes someone once said to me was, "It gets worse before it gets worse," and uh, it does kind of seem to be that way, don't it? I hate this world. I wish that all made more sense. I wish. I don't know. I'm envious. My grandfather made a lot less money than me, and he raised 5 kids, and he had a stay-at-home wife, and they bought this really nice house that ended up selling for $1.75 million. And I got these fucking boomers telling me that I just gotta work harder and pull myself up my bootstraps and, like, go in there with a firm handshake, and I just fucking hate them. So what's the word? What do you do? Uh, who knows? I don't have any answers. If I was smarter, I would have answers, but I'm not. I'm not as smart as I think I am. Maybe I'm not as smart as I think I am. What I hope is that there are people that care. I hope that you're listening to this and you care about me. and I care about you. And I pray that we are all going to come through this together. Did you see that Glenn Beck was talking to an AI George Washington? Fuck Glenn Beck. Jeez. Oh. I used to adore Glenn Beck. I listen to Glenn Beck. Fuck Glenn Beck so much. Fucking Israel shill bullshit fat bastard. Anyway, that's the show. Episode 384. It's like a real episode, but also kind of a fake episode. No. Maybe the show is just me. Fuck all of the hosts. Fuck them. They can all fight me. We'll do like a Mortal Kombat round. I don't know. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting the show for all these years. Thank you for listening to my voice. One of my big struggles over the past probably 20 years is that I've often found that I felt that I wasn't heard. And you're sitting there in your car on your headphones at the gym and you're hearing me. And whether or not you agree with what I'm saying entirely, whether or not whatever you want to engage with, you're listening. You're part of this. You and me, we're together. And I truly appreciate that because so much of my life and career has been being fucking ignored. So it really means a lot that you're listening to all these words, you're processing them, you're thinking about them, and you're choosing what you believe in. But here's what I get. I'm Tad Burt. We'll see you next time. If you want to call into the Here's What I Got hotline, call us at 704-750-9434 and tell us what you don't get. Or you can visit us on the Discord under voicemail hotline. Was it voicemail? It's voicemail upload. Here's a voicemail from the regular thing.
Hey Tab, hey Chaco. I was listening to the recent episode, and Tab, you brought up your jeans getting blown out. I had a very similar issue a while back when I was a bigger fat ass than I am currently. I used to wear Levi's all the time, and then until basically, spoiler alert, Levi changed the mixture of fabrics to maybe 70% cotton and then 30% some spandex stretchy material, because my jeans would last a year and a half. They get fashionably worn, but then it's all right, I want, nice clean jeans. So one day I bought a new pair, and then in a month I had holes in my crotch. And and that's when I figured out that fucking Levi jeans are stretchy now, probably for fat people. So now I've been loyally buying Wranglers because they're actually made out of 100% denim cotton, and I have had no problems. So hopefully that helps.
I wore Wranglers for years. And then when I switched to Levi, I was I want a higher quality, and I switched to Levi's, and I just I wore pants to the Glass Studio on Tuesday. Today is Wednesday, and I was doing laundry tonight, Wednesday night, and fucking found that there's a whole fucking blown out ass seam on my Levi pants. I'm like, did this fucking ass seam blow out when I was at the Glass Studio? Or did it just blow out in general? But I ended up fucking throwing the whole pair of pants away. Sons of bitches.
Yeah, hi, WashU HR. I'm here with this guy that works for you. His name is Tom Eggers.
Oh, this guy.
And he's just heteronormative explain my sister's fiance to me, which I know is a fireable offense because how much you guys love fags and women, which he just spoke badly against both of them. So if all of you could go kill yourselves, that would be great. I really appreciate that.
This is wild
also go
because
fuck
this is
yourself.
actually from my own phone number. Like, I'm looking at this, I'm like, September 12th, someone called the fucking voicemail line. I might have put someone up to doing this. That was a wild voicemail.
Why are Renaissance fairs always during the summer? I mean, you're wearing armor and like people are wearing crazy get-ups with tons of layers, and it's like you're sweating your fucking ass off in 80+ degree weather. Why not do it in the fall?
It depends on the region. There are some regions that do fall Renaissance fairs. I think Colorado is in the Colorado Renaissance Fair is in the fall. DeCapri, I can't even fucking read this. I like listening to you. Your rage reminds me of what it felt like to be a younger, angrier person. Yeah, no, I do. I feel that too. Like, I listen to the old show. I listen to the show in the prior, and I'm like, the young Tab was a lot more aggressive than I am, which is only to say that, you know, maybe I've learned and grown, like chose my battles. I don't know. He's not. This has also been the wild thing. This has been the wild thing about listening to the old. Here's what I don't get is that like 90% of the time I listen to my younger self and I'm like, he's fucking Keon. This guy is fucking got it. He's smart. He's clever. He's got it. Right. We're talking about like 7 years ago. And then like the other 10%, about 7% of that is me being like, he's right. He's figuring it out, but he doesn't have the whole picture yet. You know, you're gonna figure out like what you complain about this thing. You're right. You're right that it's bad, but you don't really have the full image yet. And you're gonna get the full image in a few years, and then like 2% of it is just being like, this guy's a retard. This guy's a retard.
Hey guys, Dead Helm here, and here's what I don't get: Salad and Go. So Salad and Go was the chain in the DFW area that did, you know, salads and whatnot. And you could pay, like,
That's
you know, I always got the extra chicken because I'm a fat fuck and I like buffalo chicken. And you know, it's fucking $12 for a huge salad with a lot of chicken or a lot of protein and a lot of, you know, salad. And they're all closed now because rather than saying, hey, we've got a thing going, let's slowly expand over the next year or two, they said, oh, this first restaurant's going well, let's open 50 of them. And they're all closed now, all throughout DFW. So now there's nowhere to go to get a salad, you know, unless I make it at home. And it's like, what the heck, you know? It's like, yeah, stay serious.
I tell you, one of my, I go to the grocery store and I buy one of those like bins. It's like a Tupperware bin full of salad leaves. And then this is serious. It sounds fat as shit. I'll grill up like 3 or 4 chicken breasts, dice them up, grill them up, olive oil, some seasonings, grill them up. And then I literally take like a mixing bowl and I just fucking pile the leaves in and like 3 chicken breasts worth of chicken in there, some croutons, chow mein noodles, cheese, bacon bits, a little bit of salad dressing. Not a lot, because that's where all the fat comes from in your salads. I pop the lid on the big Tupperware salad bowl thing, shake that fucker up, pop it off, and I eat that. Fucking great. Fucking great. Do not, and then, well, because then the other problem is then I go to a restaurant and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll have your like chicken Caesar salad. And I'm like, yeah, here's 3 chunks of chicken and 17 leaves. Go fuck yourself. No. I don't think so. This is not what I want.
Yeah, what I don't get is current TV shows only having 8 episodes in a season. Like, I understand, you know, you don't want to make every season. Like, it used to be like shows were 10 episodes a season, or however many
10.
episodes it needs to tell the story, like
22.
Sopranos.
24.
Well, actually, consistently it was 13 episodes each season, except for the last. But Alien Earth, The Institute, and now this Ed Gein TV show, only 8 episodes. And yeah, it's fucking weird. Are they getting lazy, or I don't know?
Yeah, they're getting fucking lazy. One of my favorite shows of all time back in the day, early 2000s, 24 episodes per season because it's a 24-hour day. 24. And that's, watch like old episodes of Star Trek The Next Generation. They were doing like 25, 26 episode seasons. Deep Space Nine, Voyager, 24, 26 episode seasons, 2-parters in the like a 2-part mid-season finale and all this shit. And then there's there's a show that came out this year, The Lowdown, with Ethan Hawke. It's on Hulu. 8 episodes. I think it's 8 episodes. Maybe it's 10. I think it's 8. 8 episodes. I watched it. It's set in Tulsa. The whole show is set in Tulsa, and it's actually filmed in Tulsa, not like that piece of shit Tulsa King. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I got some complaints, but yeah, it's like 8 episodes, and you're just like, fuck you. Fuck you.
Hey, here's what I don't get. Why the fuck is it still 90 degrees in October? Like, I understand, the government is shut down, so there's no chemtrails making it cold or whatever, but, like, why? This is fucked. Like, I should not be, like, sweating like a damn stuck pig because it's 90 in October. I want to put some pumpkin spice, listen to some white girl music, and drive home with the windows down. But it's still fucking 75. This is ridiculous. Stay furious.
It's gonna be 65 in St. Louis on Christmas Day. And what's even crazier is like the local weatherman guy was like, "Yeah, we're gonna have a white Christmas this year. All of the signs point to a white Christmas. It's gonna be 65 and sunny on Christmas Day." Fuck weathermen are all retards.
Here's what I don't get. I've worn fleece-lined Wranglers for years, and I've never tried wearing them without underpants until recently. It's been life-changing. My cock and balls have never felt better on long drives or in boring meetings. The soft, loose fleece has just caressed my hate and vitriol away. Highly recommended.
I thought that was an Andy voicemail. That was horrifying. That was absolutely fucking horrifying. That was... please stop calling here, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, what I don't get is, why does it take forever to get your prescription from the pharmacy? Like, I'm talking, you get the notification, hey, your prescription's ready. You go in, pick it up, and there's like 5 people working in the pharmacy, and this is just CVS, by the way, but they're all frantic, fucking doing everything, and they're just running around, and there's one person at the drive-thru, and everybody's doing everything, and they're like, they just seem like they're so fucking busy, but I don't get it. Like, why are they so busy? Why does it take for fucking ever? It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, it doesn't make any fucking sense, The doctor's office calls in, they go like, hey, Tab needs some tramadol. He needs 12 pills of tramadol. Throw it in a bottle and give it to him. And then so you leave the doctor's office, because it's all digital now. You leave the doctor's office, you drive, 10 let's call it 10 minutes. Depending on what the size of your city is, because you tell them like, oh yeah, no, all right, so the CVS by my house is at like 1st and 45th, and they're like, oh yeah, okay, we'll call it in. And then you show up there and you're like, yes, hello, my name's Tab Burt. I have a prescription for tramadol. And they go, why are you here? Who are you? What are you doing? What the fuck do you mean? All this shit was called in beforehand. And then you fucking sit there. It's like, oh man, the last time that I actually had to pick up a prescription was a couple of years ago when I was on the fucking peg leg. No, I wasn't on the peg leg yet. I was on crutches and getting what did I get? I got hydrocodone with aspirin, which is like a it wasn't opioid because apparently in all that I learned that I'm immune to opioids, so that's great. No, it was a narcotic. It was some kind of narcotic with aspirin, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll call this in." And then I went to 3 fucking pharmacies to get the fucking thing filled. And I'm on crutches, and my fucking ankle is in agony, and I'm just like, "Please, please, for the love of God, just give me some fucking pills." And that's the other crazy thing is that there's a CVS not 5 blocks from my house that went totally out of business. Totally out of business. How does a CVS go out of business? What are they? You sell fucking drugs and fucking random tchotchke shit. Went out of business. And now the fucking building's fire alarm just goes off 24/7. Just 24/7. No matter what time of day I drive past this place, it's like, me, we're on fire. Like, oh, fuck off and die. Just burn this place to the ground, please, so I can stop fucking hearing this annoying sound every day when I'm on my way to fucking work. Ah! It's totally unrelated. It's actually kind of unrelated to that voicemail, but it is. You really triggered. You really triggered. Oh, here's a good story. This is a good story. There's a good story. So I'm working. I work. I have a job. Cannot be specific about my job, obviously. But so I'm a lighting designer. I do lighting. Or for a company that does events. And the company that does events sent me to the city in the state that the headquarters is in. I am sounding mysterious because I am trying to think this out as I'm saying it. So they sent me to a city. They send me to headquarters. I go through this onboarding training. It's wild. This is wild. I work for an employee-owned company. So I, as an employee, am an owner, which is kind of neat. So we have an outgoing CEO, a CEO of it's a nationwide company. I'm trying to think of how much detail I can give without giving too much. It's a nationwide company, but not super corporate, but kind of corporate. I had to wear a hat the entire time I was in the headquarters because my hair is blue and they don't like that. But St. Louis, they're like, yeah, we don't give a shit. Anyway, I'm at this fucking training and there's an outgoing CEO. He's been the CEO for like 20 years, 25 years or something. They hired this new lady CEO. And they're very proud of it. Everyone has to go through the fucking onboarding training. They're so proud of it. They made this fucking new incoming lady CEO be part of the fucking onboarding training. And then she and I are like, this is, I mean, we had like a good connection. I was like, this is good. This is good. I like this. I'm going to kiss up. Rule 33 of acquisition. Always suck up to the boss. Anyway, yeah, it was wild because how do you end up in a position where you're like taking you're taking on board, you're taking like, hey, welcome to Tabs AV company. We believe that everyone should be able to say the F word anytime that they want, and you should be able to kill your employees because they suck. Like, oh, that's cool. And the CEO is like, yeah, that is actually cool. You should kill all your employees because they suck. I'm like, whoa. Oh, I'm all for this. Anyway. Oh, let's go. I got 4 more. Let's go for another unknown. What do we got for an unknown? Maybe this is Andy or maybe this is a weird guy.
Here's what I don't get.
It's a weird guy.
I've worn fleece-lined Wranglers for years, and I've never tried wearing them without underpants until recently. It's been life-changing. My cock and balls have never felt better on long drives or in boring meetings. The soft, loose fleece has just caressed my hate and vitriol away. Highly recommended.
Please stop calling here. Please stop calling here. I don't want to hear about your Wranglers and your cock and balls. I don't want to hear about it. It's my show. Don't want to hear about your cock and balls. That's the rule. Censorship. Maybe that's what it is. Who knows? This is probably another one from that fucking weird guy. We're just going to wrap them all up, playing all the voicemails.
Here's what I get.
Oh, it's
Woman
Andy.
happening.
Oh, God, it's Andy. Thank God it's Andy. Oh, I was hoping for an Andy. Okay. I didn't mean to exclude anyone, but we gotta hear the Andy voicemails.
Here's what I get. Woman happening. Dog shit purchase history. So I try and look for something I bought previously, and I put it in the search box. And then whenever it comes up, instead of showing me the item that I put in the search box, it shows me, like, the first 10 items of the goddamn whole order of what I got, and the item isn't even in that. So I have to drill into each order to see, is it even on there, or is Walmart's crappy search feeding me an order that doesn't even have the thing I want? And when you look, it doesn't show you everything on your, you have to do 10 more, 10 more, 10 more. And then if I flip over to the calculator to do a little math as I'm doing it, and I flip back to the Walmart app, it re-fucking-checks! It's like fucking Facebook! What in the hell was it thinking with this dog shit? And then, the history only goes back a couple years. On Amazon, my fucking purchase history goes back to 2007. And I think that's just because that's when I made the account. And whenever I search for something that I purchased on Amazon, it shows me the exact thing that the search hit, and not like 50 groceries from a fucking order that was on it. Fuck them, fuck Walmart, fuck everyone! I just want to see when I purchased that oil filter last.
Online orders fucking suck, man. Amazon does have like a totally saved backlog of all your shit, which is on the one hand reassuring because you can like search in some shit, but also terrifying because leave me the fuck alone. Yeah. I'm not a fan of the internet. Do not fucking track me. I would really love it would be so great. A website, right, where you can like log in, like here's what I'll get.com/shop. You log in and then you log into a website to order a thing, and then it just deletes. It's like, oh yeah. All right, you are Handlebreaker 1. Handlebreaker 1 is ordering a new dildo for his butthole. Handlebreaker 2 is ordering a new dildo for his butthole. Handlebreaker 3 is ordering a new dildo for his butthole. But every single one is like totally individualized, so you don't ever like track the fact that you're ordering all these dildos for your butthole. Yeah. I don't know. The internet was a huge mistake, wasn't it? Like we shouldn't be tracking all this shit. We shouldn't be together. Like, here's a great example. I was scrolling through Instagram this week, and a gal's profile popped up, It was a gal that I was mildly interested in, but I had a longtime girlfriend in high school, but popped up and I was like, is this the one? And then I was like, anyway, followed her. Follow me back. Pretty good sign. But then it's like now my entire fucking Instagram feed is just like, hey, you remember all these other people from high school that you didn't like? Like, yeah, no, I do remember them. Please stop. Please, you're gonna recommend me to them too, and they're gonna follow me, and we're gonna fucking be expected to talk, and I don't want to do that. That's the internet, man. That's the internet these days. All right, we got two more voicemails. They're both from the same person, by the way.
Hey guys, Denholm here. Here's what I don't get. So it's currently a full moon out. I can actually drive without my lights. I'm not going to prove a point because you guys can't see me, and I know there's going to be a cop up in about 500 feet. But you can literally drive without your lights on. Why do you have your fucking brights on? Like, this has been a common issue discussed in the Discord, and I've probably called about it like fucking 20 times at this point. But, like, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I can literally see about 2 miles ahead of me. It's not that hard. Just don't be stupid. Stay furious.
I feel like Denham might have some of those like wildly LED bright headlights. You're seeing 2 miles in the distance. Like that's not natural. Also, I also think that's Obama's fault. Am I wrong? I think. Can someone back me up on this? Like, that's Obama's fault. Obama made the whole fucking bright headlights thing a thing. I was sitting at a crossroads the other day, and some fucking jackass put his fucking high beams on. I think because my headlights, I have LED bulbs in my headlights, but I also went and I pulled my car against the garage door and turned on the headlights and turned on the high beams, and there's like a line. There's like a line in the headlights, and I fucking chalked it on the garage door, and then I put a new LED beams, knowing that they'd be a little bit wider. And then there's like a fucking knob that you can spin and make them adjust down, and I adjusted them down to the same angle as the original incandescent headlights, but to make them bright so I can actually see where the fuck I'm going. Anyway, I was sitting at a fucking stoplight the other day, and this guy fucking just popped his high beams on, and then I popped my high beams on, which my low beams are probably bright LED, but my high beams will fucking kill you and your family. And I kept them on because he never gave up, and I hate them. All right, last one.
Hey, Denholm. Fuck off their phone.
What the fuck
Hey,
is
Denholm.
happening?
Fuck off their phone.
Oh, this is really going well. Yeah, your voicemail's really killing it, Denhelm. Where do you call
Trailer.
from?
Which, whatever, right?
Man.
Most people wouldn't pull them over, in the middle of an intersection, tell them to pull off on the side of the road, but, whatever. Makes you happy, state trooper. But I'm stuck behind this Ford Fusion that's on her fucking phone. If you're gonna fucking text and drive, put your hand up on the fucking steering wheel so you can move the goddamn steering wheel. You can't see it, but I'm literally driving with my hand like I would be holding my phone right now. It's not that fucking hard. Stay furious.
I got no idea what he's talking about. Here's what I'm going to tell you about. I had to take a fucking written driver's test for the. I took a driving test for like I'm on my like 6th license in the last 5 years. This is crazy, right? I have this job, got a job, and they want me to have a Class E license so that I can drive trucks. And I had to go fucking take a written test. I had to go back to the DMV, fucking do all this shit. I gotta say, I'm over it. I'm over the fucking driver's licenses. I can drive a fucking 26-foot box truck. I'm really good at it. I'm fucking 4 wheels and a fucking steering wheel, and I'll drive the shit out of it. It's fucking pissing me off. Yeah. Don't run red lights, Deadhelm. I don't know. Your fucking voicemail is incomprehensible. Here's what I know. Send in your comments. Post them on Discord. Post them in the Patreon. Send in a voicemail. Fucking text me. You can text the voicemail hotline 704-750-9434. I'll get that text. If you think this episode sucked dick because I had no one to talk to and was just kind of rambling to myself semi-drunkenly and also very upset, say it. Hey, Tab, kill yourself. That's cool. I'm not going to kill myself. But, whatever you want to say. If you have some positive thing to say, if you think it's pretty good, you can say that too. No one's listening to that. No one cares about your fucking stupid positivity. The internet all works on hate and rage. You're fucking faking gay. This whole episode is faking gay. You're in there. You're not even like a real man. You're just like a fucking AI. You punted all this shit into AI and they made it sound like you. AI can't fucking sound like. Uncle Buck tried to feed me into AI to make it sound like me. He can't fucking make it work. I'm too human. Chaco tried to feed me blowing glass into AI. This is some wild shit. He was sending me. He was doing like he was trying to create an intro for the show, and so he fed some pictures of me blowing glass, and AI just being like, I got no fucking idea what this is. I was just like creating glass out of my fucking nose. Oh, so good. It was so good. Anyway, thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for being part of this community. Thank you for listening to me specifically. And thank you for not killing yourself. Don't give up. I 100% believe that you will be able to do anything you hope that you can do. And when things go wrong, just know that I'll be there to say, hey, it's okay, man. It's all law of averages. You're going to do a good job. I believe in you. You believe in you. You're going to keep going. We're all in this together. You and me. We're going to keep going. So don't give up. I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep going. I deserve to exist. You deserve to exist. Fuck the haters. Fuck anyone that thinks that you shouldn't be here. Because you should be here. And until next time, I am your friend. I am your host. And I am the angriest man in America. Ted Burt.